Okay, this is practice problems part 2, problem number 1. Basically, it's just asking you which of the following bonds is the most interest rate sensitive. Again, before you work on anything on your calculator, make sure you hit second FV, second CE/C. Super important to always clear all those things. Anyway, if you look on workbook, in your workbook, page 30, interest rate risk, talks about the different risks associated with bonds. And they give you 4 different options here. Basically, it says all else, if you look at page 30, it says all else equal, the longer the time to maturity, the greater the interest rate risk. The reason that is because the longer the bond is, the more chance that the interest rates will go up above whatever rate is on the bond. Doesn't matter anyway, whatever the rate is, as long as interest rates go up, the price of a bond goes down, right? And there's more chance of that happening the longer the time period is to maturity. Another thing it also says, all else equal, the lower the coupon rate, the greater the interest rate risk. And that makes sense. You know, if you've got a coupon rate, a 0 coupon rate, then anything above 0 is going to make that bond go down in price. If you got a 1% coupon rate, anything above 1%, which is a lot of stuff, a lot of interest rates above 1%, will make the price of that bond go down. So that's what they mean by interest rate risk. So in this case, they give you 4 different options: a 10-year 5% coupon, a 10-year 0%, 2 15-year options. So you know right off the bat that the 2 15-year options are going to have more interest rate risk than the 10-year bonds. So that narrows it down. And then one's a 5% coupon and one's a 0% coupon. So you know at the lower the interest rate, the more interest rate risk. So it's the 15-year 0 coupon bond. Number 2, it's pretty easy to calculate, but they give you a bunch of numbers, but really all you need is a couple. And they say, what's the coupon rate? Well, the coupon rate is just based on the annual coupon payment over the face amount. So they give you a couple of things in there that you don't need to know the market price, really. You don't even need to know that it's, well, you do need to know it's every 6 months, because it says pays $45 in interest every 6 months. So the market price has nothing to do with it, because the coupon rate is the percentage rate on the bond times the face amount. It has nothing to do with the market price. Okay. Number 3, it's a fairly standard problem. You just got to make sure that it's semi-annual. So for N, you take 8 years times 2, 16 payment periods, and the interest rate, you divide the interest rate of 6.62 by 2, and you divide the payment by 2, and then calculate the present value. Put in the face amount as 1,000. Number 4, okay, clean price and dirty price. If you look at your finance book, page 187, basically clean price is the price you get quoted on the stock market, or the bond market, I should say. And that's what you calculate with your calculator. It is just a price based on the market rate of interest, the number of periods, the payment, all that kind of stuff, the coupon rate, whatever. The dirty price is the clean price plus whatever accumulated interest. If the interest is paid every month, every 6 months, and like the bond has 2 years and 2 months left, or it has 2 months of accrued interest on it, you have to add that to the clean price, and that gets you the dirty price. So basically, it's a 6% semi-annual coupon. They tell you that it pays $30 every 6 months, and it says there's 4 interests to the next coupon payment, 4 months to the next coupon payment, which means there's 2 months of accrued interest on that, right? Because there's 6 months for every coupon payment, 4 months left to the coupon payment. You don't worry about those 4 months because you don't have accrued interest on those. That's still 4 months that you'll get interest on, but the accrued interest is the 2 months that have already passed. So you add those 2 months, which is 2/6 of $30, which is $10, and you add that to the price and you get $984. And then problem number 5, Waffles and More. Okay, there's nothing really hard about this problem except that you have to know that even though it's a zero coupon bond, first they're trying to raise 6.5 million. If you're trying to raise 6.5 million, that's your present value. Okay, you got to make that a negative number, remember, when you input it in your computer. The other thing you got to know is all zero coupon bonds, they don't pay a coupon, right? There's no coupon payment, but interest is still calculated semi-annually. So if you were to take the number of periods as just 12, because there's 12 years to these bonds, and the interest rate at 9.32, you would not calculate this correctly. It's their zero coupon bonds, even though there's no payments, the interest are calculated semi-annually. So the periods go from 12 to 24, and the interest rate goes from 9.3 to 4.65 to 4.65. Then you calculate it and put in the amount. Really important, all zero coupon bonds, even though they don't have interest payments, coupon payments, interest is calculated as being compounded semi-annually. And that's the first 5 problems on part 2.